Yeah.
Try it again. This many people, and they're all on the internet.
Maybe, yeah. Well, we'll do the best we can with live stream here, folks. So hopefully everybody was able to at least see the graduation part. Just waiting for the score clock guys to figure out.
So a too many men penalty for the Calgary Fire. Could have been a double minor there as Nelson dumped a defender behind the play. The ref didn't see that one. She got thrown right in the boards by Nelson. Stirring up the pot as usual.
Jamie Shand in the penalty box for the Raiders tonight doing the time clock, so thank you.
Klusen gets the draw. Elliott with a hard shot, rebound right out in front.
And Matthews and Klusen jumping all over that.
Again, we are having some internet issues here in the rink, unfortunately. A lot of people, and they're all connected to the Wi-Fi, which we're connected to. So hopefully we'll have this
Fire first
figured out here anytime now.
12, Megan Yakachuk, assist to number.
Shot through traffic, comes right down into the feet, cleared away, but to the line and not out.
5.
Williams gets it back on the half boards for Hobbs. Hobbs in her feet, gets it back to the line, kept in. Wow, that looked like that might have been out, but Hobbs throws one towards the front, right in. Oh, the Raiders with a chance out in front. Two great chances. Just couldn't get cashed in by the Raiders. Back behind the net, Klusen looking for a pass, had Williams cheating in for the point. Williams looking for a lane, throws one through traffic, just missed on a deflection by Matthews. Comes back to the point for Elliott. Elliott looking for a lane, back to Matthews. Matthews throws it towards the front, big rebound. Raiders keep it in at the pressure. Elliott throws a shot through traffic, and that's gloved by the keeper.
Well, a great power play sequence by the Raiders, basically using their D. Elliott and Williams with great shots. Matthews, Klusen, and Hobbs up front causing all kind of chaos. You know, I thought Klusen was going to get one there on the short side of Sophie Lajeunesse, but wasn't able to get there. The Petamshan line comes out.
Raiders have it on the half boards. Comes back to the line, kept in by Ingram. Comes now back down on the boards. Trotter down in deep. Comes back to the line for Santos. She throws one to traffic. That whistle's just wide. Trotter on the half boards goes back behind the net. Petamshan going to gather up the loose puck. She's battling with Peyton Evans. Kaylee pokes that puck free and gets it to the line. Back to Santos. Santos, D-to-D for Trotter. Trotter with a quick shot. That one gets deflected.
There's a trip.
Trip in front was Petamshan, but she gets right back up. Right back in the play down in the corner. Comes back to line for Trotter. Trotter comes over to Santos. Santos throws one. That one goes wide. Trotter pushes it back in. She takes a heavy hit. No call there. Not sure if that was Trotter or the Fire defender. Oh, a good shot there by Trotter. She had a lane. She could have skated in a little bit more on that.
Well, 7 seconds left on the Raider power play, and
five shots.
Lots of action in the Raider or in the Calgary Fire end, and Lajeunesse doing a great job stopping the Raiders. And you know the Raiders missed a couple, but 5 shots alone in that power play sequence. So great start for the Raiders on the power play.
And we haven't had Borbandy and Benko and Skirfield out on the penalty. So even strength now. Raiders keep the puck in though. Skirfield getting stood up by LaPlante, and Neff tries to get it out. And out skates Gazer. Gazer 3-on-2. Williams doing a good job against Straw. Benko with a great back check, though. Gets that out of danger, and now Skirfield's going to skate it up. Skirfield exits the zone, comes through the center ice, gets it to Benko. Benko has the poke pucked off. And that one rims up and into the netting, and we'll have a face-off here right underneath us in the neutral ice zone. Well, coming back. Right at the Raiders line here in the neutral ice zone. Out comes the Croson, McKibben, Wiltshire line.
Well, the Raiders need to get back on the 5-on-5 pressure. They did great on the power play, but they haven't seemed, even though they've been carrying
wins that draw, gets it right back to McKibben. McKibben tried to dump it in, but Yakachuk with a good stick. And finally, the Raiders get it in deep, and McKibben's going to go on the forecheck. Wiltshire doing a good job to get that puck along the half boards. And the Raiders doing a good job of standing him up in the neutralized zone. And that goes into the bench. Crooks couldn't get by Elliott. We'll have a face-off coming up just outside the Raiders line.
Well, the Raiders definitely got to get onto that horse. Some of the lines are going, some of the lines aren't. And, we had a day off yesterday after a super late night. Some of the girls were getting home at 2 and 3 in the morning. So I have a feeling it might take a little bit of time to get these girls moving again.
Fire won that draw, but it goes past everybody behind the net. Yonker to pick it up. Yonker skates around, being bothered there by Klusen. Klusen pokes that puck free. Matthews on the puck, throws it towards the front of the net, and back out skates the Fire. Crooks gets it to the Raiders line, but no further, and Borbandy takes control. Santos with the puck. Santos goes back behind her net. She's bothered there. That puck squirted free, and Klusen's there trying to gather that puck up. Crooks gathers up the loose puck and gets it to Yakachuk, the goal scorer. Yakachuk tried to get it back the line, but Hobbs intercept that. Hobbs being bothered there by Kitchen, and she's pushed off the puck. Yakachuk gets it over, gets it to Crooks. Crooks pushes it into the corner, and the Fire go for a full line change. Crooks trying to find some room, can't find it against Abby Borbandy, and Santos gathers up the puck and chips it up the board to Hobbs. Hobbs reverses it around, and Ingram's going to go gather it up. She's being bothered by Nelson. Nelson puts it back to the line, but the Fire were on a line change, and Bulger now hasn't. She enters the zone. Bulger throws one towards the net, but that's blocked back in behind the net. Borbandy throws it up the line. Kaylee in there. And Kaylee and Petam Shan try and get that puck up and out. Nelson now back out in front. She has Shaw. Shaw with a shot. Fanned on it. And that gets out into the neutral ice zone.
Raiders
we got to watch
get
those.
Off this scrambly play here. We just got to make some smart plays. A little harder on the wall. Here we go. Get a
change in, and that's going to do it. The
Raiders.
Raiders.
Line's coming out now.
Back on the forecheck here is Benko. Benko and Borbandy. Borbandy reads that play beautifully, gets it to Benko. Benko has Skirfield out in front. She comes right in. Oh, off the crossbar.
Top. It's nice to see Sydney Benko shooting the puck again.
Big rebound. Comes free. Benko on that. Comes the line. Kept in by Elliott. And the Raiders doing a good job with this pressure here. The captain throws one towards the net. Goes into the corner. Comes back to the line. Williams keeps it in. She throws one towards the net. That one whistled wide. Skirfield on the puck.
Play.
She reverses it back to Benko. Benko behind the net. She's trying to get free. She finds a lane. She has. Oh, she had Williams just on the wrong side of her stick, throwing right back towards it. And Croson now. The Raiders get it out in the neutral ice zone. They're going to go for a change. Out comes the Borbandy line. Crooks brings it in. She fires a shot. That's handled by Lawrence. And that goes to the defenseman Trotter. Trotter gets it up. Skirfield has it. Skirfield chips it up off the boards. And Borbandy dumps it in. And Benko now in on the forecheck. She's against Neff. Neff reverses it. Hits it. Oh, right out in front. The captain threw one right out in front. No one was there to cash that in. And back skates the Fire. Good back check by Borbandy, though, and gets that puck free. Neff gathers it up.
All four Raider lines now finally moving here. We got a little bit of threat on each line that's out there.
LaPlante gets a pass out, comes up to Nelson. Nelson, 2-on-1 now. Coming in, McEwen. Throws it back behind the net. A great play by Santos. Just to cover up that stick. Fiala with a chance. She skates right in. Comes right across.
Still having some YouTube issues here, folks. Sorry. Doing the best we can. Elliott pinches down. Wilshire now back to Petamshan. Petamshan working down the wall. I'm just going to do a little play-by-play while Peter tries to figure this out. Ingram now pinches in. We're at Jocelyn Elliott. No, Williams now picks it back up, dumps it back in with Ingram on chase. Ingram coming around the corner where Lajnes stops it. Ingram gets to it first. Makes a nifty little move, puts it back to the defenseman, but don't quite get it. Comes all the way back to Hallie Lawrence, who's looking to play it to Santos.
Says we're back online. We'll see if it sticks. Fire gather up that puck, comes right out in front off a skate, back behind the net. Comes to the line, and this is going to be kept in right at the line by Bulger. She gets it down in deep, and back goes Trotter battling with Sullivan. Sullivan gathers up the puck in the corner, puts it to Noonan. Noonan throws it back behind the net. 1-1 the score, 7:16 to go here in the first period of play. Bulger back at the point. She's got a shot, throws one wide. That goes in the corner, and Kaylee's going to pick it up on the half boards, and she smartly just gets it up and out into neutral ice, and the Raiders are going to get a change. Finish off that line change. Trotter surveying the action, makes a nice long stretch pass and hits Matthews. Matthews chips it in, tried to hit Hobbs, couldn't find her. Borbandy out there, though. Lines are a little bit mixed up here. Oh, Hobbs with a nifty play leaves it for
Williams.
Williams took an
dumps.
absolute licking there from Gazer.
Yeah. I'd say Gazer got the worst of that one, actually.
Yeah. Good job by Williams to skate right through it, though. Nuri gave that puck up as a good back check by the captain, Borbandy. Benko tried to chip that in, but a good play by LaPlante. And former teammates going at it there. Raiders get it into the zone. It's going to come free to Straw, though. Straw lifts one up. Nuri tries to get it in. She throws one in deep. Back goes Trotter to gather it up. She has some time, gets it to Benko. Benko has it in the ref's skates. And the Fire take control, but not for long. A little scrambly play here. Both teams trying to tie up the neutralized zone and doing a pretty good job of it. Trotter wheels it around. Missed everybody, and it comes back to the line where Kitchen gathers it in. She couldn't get it by the defender. Benko pulls someone down. She's going to go for a penalty there.
Yeah. Well,
that's an easy call. Stuck her stick in and knocked down, it looked like number 7 of the Fire. So with that, Crooks draws the penalty, and we'll have the first place. Well, it appears the internet's back up. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Well,
tell everyone to stop downloading stuff.
It's actually quite a bit of people in this building, and if everybody's pulling at the same time, it certainly takes our bandwidth down. Just again waiting for the time clock.
Seem to have
some difficulties. Oh, there he
challenges.
goes.
There we go. So Benko gets 2 minutes for a hook. Comes back to the line for Yonker. Yonker dumps it in deep. Gazer grabs a hold of it in the corner.
For hooking, and time of the penalty, 5:42.
Raiders
Benko
get it up
hooking,
and find a lane all the way down the ice. McKibben and Pedham Shand out alongside Borbandy and Santos to kill this penalty. 5:24 here to go in the first period of play. Raiders intercept that, but can't turn it around. And Yakachuk has it right in front of us, and she goes back to the D. Fiala throws a pass up the middle, finds no one. That's going to be icing, and the Raiders will get an offensive zone faceoff while killing the penalty.
Well, good job by the Raiders in the neutral zone, just tying up bodies and getting in lanes. And basically, Fiala thought that she was going to hit somebody. It missed everybody, and the Raiders are going all the way down into the offensive end to start this PK with Wilshire and Ingram up on the forward, and Elliott and Williams back on D. Shots on goal now 8-2 for the Raiders.
Oh, comes right to the face of the goal. Wilshire, not liking the slack, gives it right back.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of girls. Wilshire, another past Calgary player, played with a lot of these girls most of her career until 2 years ago, moving to the Rocky Mountain Raiders program.
Fire win that draw. Straw gathers it up. She goes back behind the net for Bulger. Bulger's going to have to skate hard because right in there is Wilshire on the forecheck. Wilshire and Ingram now out there. Fire bring it to their own blue line. A long stretch pass. Hits McEwen, but she can't gather up the loose puck. Good check there by Elliott. And the Raiders find a lane and get it into the neutralized zone. McEwen gathers it up, gets it back to the D for Nelson. Nelson going to go for a skate and maybe wind up some speed behind the net. Ingram out there alongside Kaylee now for the last 45 seconds of this penalty kill. Bulger. Peyton Evans gathers it up. She enters the zone. She holds up, throws one towards the net. Big rebound out in front. No one there for the Fire. Comes back to the line for Bulger. Bulger onto the half boards. Has Nelson. Nelson. Raiders box it up. Bulger with the big slap shot. Scores! So a power play goal for the Fire. And a big slap shot from the point. McKenna Bulger from number 11, I believe, McKinley Nelson. And with that, 4:07 to go, the Raiders fall behind yet again, 2-1. Borbandy, Benko, and Skirfield come out. So the penalty to Benko turns out to be a costly one as the Fire score. Borbandy loses the handle on the half boards, but battles hard on it. Benko and Borbandy gather up the loose puck. Skirfield can't find the handle on it. She gets knocked down and out skates Sullivan. She had it knocked off her stick, and Hassan-France couldn't find it. Benko gets the puck back. She tried to chip it in, and the Raiders gather it up at their own blue line. Santos has it. She dumps it into the zone, and Neff now for the Fire, gets it to Noonan. Noonan dumps it in deep, and back goes Clouston to gather up the loose puck for the Raiders. She has 2 forecheckers on her, but gets it by, and Matthews puts it out. Now Hobbs on her horse, chips it free, and Clouston now is going to see if she can win a race into the quarter. Raiders doing a good job on pushing that forecheck through, but Noonan, the speedy Noonan, comes through the neutralized zone. She's going to be offside. Just couldn't hold herself on side as she was falling.
Well, a great sequence by the Raiders. A little chip off the wall by Jordan Matthews to a streak in Hobbs and Clouston. And you can definitely see that that line is surviving tonight. But that's all we really need, just some little smart plays and open spots and open lanes. The Fire doing a pretty good job in the middle of the ice, tying things up.
Penham-Shan scrambled that draw, but Yakachuk gets it on the second effort. Right below us here. Raiders come away with a loose puck. Borbandy goes D to D for Williams. Williams, nice saucer pass, tried to hit Kaylee, and that's going to be icing, I believe. No, they waved it off. Maybe Kaylee did touch that as it went in. Ooh. Fiale just dumped Kaylee. That could have been a penalty there. Dangerous pass right out in front. Borbandy just about picked that off. Kaylee dumps it in deep, and the Raiders are going to go for a change. Yonker has it. Dangerous pass across the face. Gets in the feet of Elliott here right underneath me, and Croson finishes it off, and Elliott gathers up the loose puck. Elliott pass to McKibben. McKibben now is going to enter the zone. She chips it in, goes behind the defender. Fiala. Raiders doing a good job. Elliott down in deep. Pushes that puck free to Wilcher. Wilcher has out front. McKibben, and a good shot. Oh,
save.
Just couldn't get it by the
Elliott
goaltender.
just
Good save by La Jeunesse. Right back out in front. Right out in front again. Couple of shots go wide. Raiders with all kinds of pressure. Straw tried to get that loose puck, and she does. Being bothered there by McKibben. McKibben wins the battle there. Straw pushes her off the puck, but the puck comes free, and Skurfield comes back out. Skurfield gets it across for a D. Nice pass to herself by Borbandy. Borbandy with a shot. Rebound. Lots of rebounds coming here, and the Raiders gather up the loose puck and dump it back in. Borbandy now in on the forecheck. In the feet. And Borbandy's going to try and gather that loose puck up, but Gazer comes away with it. She has some speed through the neutral zone. Good job by Borbandy to put her off in the corner, and she bumps her off the puck. Right out in front, though. Good job by Santos to not let that puck come across the face of goals. There's a Fire player there. Skurfield's going to gather that one up. She dumps it in deep, and out comes the Clouston line. Benko in on the forecheck. Long stretch pass, touched in by McEwen. Lawrence is going to be out to play it. She's going to leave it there for a defenseman.
Last minute
Matthews gathers up the last minute play here in the first period. Little mistake there by Williams. She lost the handle on that puck, but Clouston's there to gather up the loose puck. She goes behind the net. Nelson gets a stick on it, comes to the line, but not out. Evans throws one through traffic, deflected wide by the goaltender, and Matthews has it. Matthews on the half boards, battling hard, can't get the puck, but she pokes it free, and Elliott gathers it up behind her own net. She's going to leave it there for Borbandy. No, that's Williams. Williams gets it over, back to Elliott. Elliott chips one out, and Matthews now one-on-one. Shot. Big rebound again, and scores! Matthews scores!
Johnny on the spot.
18.9 seconds ago, and the Raiders tie it up. A great second effort by Matthews just to follow that puck into the net, and she chipped it up and over top of the goaltender on the rebound.
What?
Sorry, I missed 18.9 seconds ago, and the Raiders tie it up.
Celebration.
A great second effort by Matthews just to follow that puck into the net, and she chipped it up and over 14-5 in favor of the Raiders. Penham-Shan scrambles that draw, and she's going to go and try and win it. Hassan-France gets control of it. She throws Santos in.
Raiders' second goal, and her second goal of the game. Number 16, Jordan Matthews. Assist to number 6, Jocelyn Elliott. Matthews from Elliott.
So the scoreline on that one's Matthews from Elliott, and the Raiders and the Fire go deadlocked at 2 into the second period of play.
The Raiders would like to invite you to our final home regular season game. They'll be held Saturday, February 29th at 6:30 at the Payson Centennial Arena. This will be a feature game for the Mental Health Day. There will be $2 admission, and with all proceeds going to mental health. Please come down and support the Raider girls as they support mental health.
All right, we're back for the second period. I'm slowly returning to the ice. The Raiders are out there raring to go after they scored with 18.9 seconds to go in the first period of play.
Well, crazy starts of the game. You know, like anytime we play Calgary, it's always a back and forth match, and today is no exception with the Fire cashing in first. The Raiders come back with one, and the Fire go up to two, and the Raiders back to one. And you know, really, the Raiders had a really good period. Just a couple of small mistakes that maybe led to some goals. And the second Calgary Fire goal was a power play goal. So, and a blast of a shot from the back end, and I can't remember what.
McKenna Bulger had that shot. That was a rocket. Went through a whole bunch of traffic and found the top half of the net. Don't even think the goalie had a chance to see that shot. So
Coach Borbandy electing to put out the Clouston line again. Some pretty good success. Matthews with 2 goals on the night already, and with Santos and Trotter on the back end.
All 4 lines really got going by about the 5-minute mark of the first period. It was all hands on deck for the Raiders, and the shot clock really shows that off. 14-5.
Wait. Whoa. Oh. Good call by the linesman there. We don't actually have any time up on the clock yet. We've got a newbie down there, Jamie Shanda, struggling a little bit, but you know, time clocks can be easy to use when you're by yourself, and then when you got 100 people in the stands, then all of a sudden it starts to get a little more stressful. Shots on that first period, as a reminder, 14 for the Raiders and 5 for the Fire. Raiders had a power play there early on that we had 5 or 6 shots just on that alone.
Still trying to get the time up on the clock here. Hopefully we'll get her going here.
Help that poor guy out. Know what he's doing down there. You want to give him a quick 5-minute?
Oh, we got 3 minutes on the clock.
We're still struggling with the time here. I just actually went and grabbed Sheldon Matthews. He's going to run down and help Jamie Sand out get this going. So we're having some difficulties. Difficulties with the Wi-Fi, difficulties with the time clock. I remember the one game in Calgary, we had the Wi-Fi time clock, and I was actually doing the time, and that's frustrating to tell you, Lise, because the score clock locks up.
The score clock locked up. Didn't have a chance. Finally, we got 20 minutes on the clock. Clouston, Gazer, facing off. Straw jumped in early. Raiders gather up that loose puck off the draw. Dumped it into the zone. Comes down all the way down the ice, and it's a race.
They better get going.
Yakachuk in there. Shot, big rebound. Big rebounds at this end of the ice today. Right out in front. Good save by the goaltender. That one just came off the stick in a hurry, right out in front. Straw getting pushed around by Trotter. Trotter. That puck comes free. And a good job there by the Raiders to get it up and out. Matthews skates it in. She chips it in deep and goes in. Clouston backing her up. Hobbs in the corner, muscling her player off. Lost the handle on the puck, though. Kept in at the line by
great
Williams.
Job by Williams.
With a good job. She has Pedham Shan. Williams, shot gets blocked, goes into the corner, comes right out in front. Kaylee on her backhand just couldn't get a shot away. She rebounds that one, comes right out in the middle, and Yakachuk's going to gather it up for the Fire. Outlet pass, hits Straw, and that one's going to go up and into the netting, and we'll have a face-off in the neutralized zone.
Raider family would like to acknowledge we got some younger sisters here tonight. The Okotoks Pee Wee 2 female girls team are here to support your Rocky Mountain Raiders.
Pedham Shan in to take the draw against Yakachuk. Pedham Shan wins that draw, gets it back. Williams goes D-to-D for Borbandy. Borbandy has Kaylee. Dumped into the zone by Ingram. Comes to the line and out into the neutralized zone. Williams chips it up. Ingram couldn't gather that up. And Yakachuk has it in the neutralized zone. She gets bumped. Kitchen using her size to get it into the corner. Kitchen gets it up right out in front. Comes to the line. And that's going to be a penalty right there all day, every day. Can't skate right through someone, and it looks like MNF's going to go for 2 minutes for
interference, maybe? I would guess interference.
We'll see what the call is here. 2 minutes for body check or body contact. With that, the Raiders on their second power play. They had 5 shots on the first one.
Who had that one, Peter?
Emma Neff had the penalty. Body contact. Body check. Raiders can't get the handle on it, and it goes all the way down the ice. They're going to have to regroup back in their own end. Lawrence leaves it there for Trotter. Trotter bothered by Nelson, and Nelson, long stretch pass, comes back to Scurfield. Scurfield enters the zone. She's going to go for a skate behind the net. Draws the plant. She goes right for the front of the net.
Net's off.
Tried to drive the front of the net. Goaltender protected her zone, and the net comes off the mooring, so we'll have a face-off probably outside the zone is my guess.
Well, great job by Krista Scurfield, really. She was on edges, driving in hard, really. There wasn't any attempt to hurt the goalie. In fact, you could see her pulling hard to miss her, and they did, but Lajeunesse took offense to that. Of course, I don't blame her.
Raiders get control of that, but comes out into the neutralized zone, and Raiders gather up the loose puck. Borbandy goes across. Santos puts it in for Wilcher. Wilcher couldn't handle it, but she gets it right back. Right back line for Borbandy. Borbandy being bothered by Sullivan. Shot. Good save by the goaltender. Croson getting pushed out of the way by LaPlante.
Well, good start to the power play for the Raiders. Got a couple of shots, couple of net drives. Got to get some momentum going back here again. The Fire doing like a really good job just plugging up the middle of the ice, and the Raiders can't seem to use that area as well as they typically do.
Smart call by the linesman. Fire were late getting set up.
Scrambly play. And Coach Borbandy knows that he's given that line and those defensemen a little bit of a talking to. They just couldn't get anything going. But you know what? Twice or 3 times tonight, this seems like we have no urgencies getting back to the puck in our own end and getting beat by the Fire player. It's not that the Fire players aren't skating. It just seems like for whatever reason our defense just aren't seeming to get there quickly.
Raiders get control of the draws. Trotter in behind the net. Ingram battling hard, and that could be a little bit of a dangerous play at the line. Good job by Elliott to get a stick on it. That should go. Oh, that one's going to be no icing. Left there. Gazer wins the battle. Fire want to win that puck back behind our own net every time the dump-in happens. They seem to be getting back there first. That one comes right into the middle. Gazer in on the puck in the corner. Gazer gathers it up right out in front. Straw has it. Shot. Goes wide. Benko in on the check now. Goes back in behind, and Petam Shan gathers up the loose puck. She circles against some pressure. Puts it back behind the net. Trotter rims it around for Kaylee. Kaylee couldn't beat the check. And rimmed around the other way, and the Raiders do manage to get it out in the center ice zone where Evans gathers up the puck for the Fire. Gets it up to Yakachuk. Yakachuk's been probably, I think, the Fire best player today. First goal by Yakachuk, but she's been physical and out on the ice the whole time. Big save by the keeper, Hallie Lawrence. Rebound comes free and gets pushed back into the neutralized zone. Raiders get it up to Benko. Benko one-on-one, had Scurfield with her.
Oh, Benko had the lane.
Had a lane to the net. Raiders on a bad change. Kitchen with the shot. Good save by the keeper, Hallie Lawrence. Gloves that and holds on for a whistle.
Raiders need to get back to what they're doing good at. You know, typically they're a fairly calm team, but tonight just scrambling, not making the easy plays. Just the easy plays, just beat the girls to the puck, win the races, and make the smart passes. Use the outlets, use the walls if you have to. Just the Fire giving the Raiders a little bit of an issue tonight.
Borbandy wins that draw. Goes back in the corner. Santos battling hard. She's got Kitchen on her. Borbandy in there battling too, and she kicks the puck free. Fire keep it on the board though, and comes to the line. That gets by, and now we got 2-on-1 with Matthews. Wilcher. Matthews driving hard. She throws one towards the net. That comes free off the paddle of the goaltender. There's some rebounds being let out on both ends here, and Raiders got to crash the net and capitalize on some of those, just like Matthews did earlier.
Yeah, Matthews doing a great job tonight crashing the net, and it's given her basically 2. Neither one of them have been pretty goals, but just basically working hard and getting a stick on the puck. Matthews, a second-year Raider.
That draw. McKibben keeps that in, tried to get it by the captain, LaPlante, who gave it right back to the Raiders. And now a one-on-one chance here, and a great play by Abby Borbandy. And Petam Shan now has some room. She throws one towards the net again. a paddle there, and that's going to get the net's going to get knocked off.
Borbandy's
going to take a penalty there as she pushed Neff into the boards.
Cross check, yeah.
Yeah, cross check. Wasn't much of one, but it was enough. She was off balance when Borbandy pushed her. With that, Fire going to go on their third power play of the game. Last power play was successful. Is that third or second?
Yeah, we got to give them. We got to stay out of the box for sure. Those 200-foot penalties. Raider penalty number 5, Abby Borbandy, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 13:55. Borbandy for cross-check.
Matthews hard on it. She's going to try and win the battle versus Bulger. Pass goes across, and Evans gathers it up for the Fire. She loses the handle on that. Klusen in there trying to disrupt things. And out skates Noonan. Noonan's going to enter the zone. She's offside as Shaw was in way early on the far side, and we'll have a face-off in the neutralized zone. 13:28 to go here in the second period. 2-2 the score.
Well, good start for the Raiders on the PK. You know, like the Matthews-Clouston twosome on the PK for the last 4 or 5 games have been doing well. And, you know, another one is Ingram. All Matthews, Ingram, Clouston, all second years. And Coach Borbandy elects to put out Ingram for this one.
Scramble draw. Raiders get control, and they manage to get it
Ingram
all the way down the ice. Ingram with the second effort there just went and won that puck. She wanted it more than anyone else did.
She actually got a bit of a trip there and hit her head earlier and went to the box quickly, so it's actually good to see her okay. We've had enough players sitting out lately that it's nice to get a full squad back.
Noonan hits Yakachuk. Yakachuk over to Evans. Evans with some time, but it hopped over her stick. She has it at the line, goes to Bulger. Bulger.
Good stick by Kaylee.
Kaylee with a good stick, and that one gets deflected by Santos into the corner. Comes back to the line. Bulger goes D-to-D for Evans. Kaylee right up on her, though, and forces her wide. Shot. And Kaylee's going to have some time, but couldn't get it clear. Just hopped off her back. Hop on the backhand, hopped off her stick. Good job there by the Raiders, and they get it 200 feet with 35 seconds to go on the penalty. Bulger. Wilcher and Pettimshan now for the penalty kill alongside Williams and Elliott. LaPlante puts a pass up to Yakachuk. Yakachuk tried to go through.
Be a penalty all day long. That made no sense. It's a 5-on-3 now.
5-on-3 for about 15 seconds. Shot. That one's deflected, and the Raiders. Elliott is going to go to the box.
Unfortunately,
with 10 seconds to go. That wasn't really a needed stand-up. If she had just stood there instead of hammering her. Body check. So a 5-on-3 for the 27th time this year. The Raiders are down 5-on-3 for 10 seconds only, and then Borbandy will be out of the box. Fire
Raiders
win the draw, and they get it
6,
back.
LaPlante
has some room.
2 minutes
gets it back to Neff. One-timer.
Penalty 12:05. Elliott
saved
for body
by
check,
Lawrence.
12:05.
Rebound comes out, and she's tripped. Oh, Klusen got tripped up there.
Wow, that's terrible.
That was an awful call, non-call. But the Raiders escape yet another 5-on-3 situation. Now they have a minute and 39 left on the Elliott penalty. Good block there by Santos. Goes into the corner. Fire regroup. They have it on the half boards. Straw trying to get it out in front. That one goes off the post.
I can't believe the trip that was missed there.
Klusen just got absolutely.
If she's allowed to have that one, it's all the way down the ice, and the Fire get 2 more chances off of that.
Yep.
I mean, we certainly have no disagreement in the Elliott call, but that was a missed call for sure by the referee. Hopefully we'll be looking for the makeup call.
Both Elliott and Borbandy were well-earned penalties, well-deserved. Fire get control off the draw. And a good back check there by the captain, Borbandy, and she hits Benko. Benko now chips Neff, and she goes by. Benko has Borbandy out in front, right out in front. Oh, tipped right over top of the net. Benko hard on the back check, forcing LaPlante to turn around. Benko forces a turnover, and now Borbandy has it, and she's knocked down. That's a penalty, too. Noonan skates it out. She goes back to LaPlante. Benko looks like she's on a mission here. 2-on-1 with Matthews. Matthews comes in, fires a weak shot.
Puck was on edge.
Puck just rolled off her stick, but she's going to gather up the loose puck. She's got some more room. Throws one back towards the goaltender, and she's going to force a face-off with Pettimshan there.
Well,
Good penalty killing by Matthews.
Jordan Matthews having probably the game of the year. Matthews a second-year player, unsigned player, so anybody out there looking, definitely a big body and a hard worker. Matthews 2 goals on the night, and, like Prounson to get a third.
Pettem Shannon to take the draw. She wins that draw, but unfortunately no one there for the Raiders as we were penalty killing. Borbandy now gets that loose puck, sends it back in the neutral ice. Oh, and Matthews is almost through again. Borbandy gathers up the puck in her own zone, gets it over to Trotter. Trotter chips it up off the boards and back down the ice. 20 seconds to go in Elliott's penalty, and the Raiders doing a great job of keeping the puck in the other end of the ice here. Borbandy rims that one around. It's not going to get by Yakachuk, but Matthews is right there to get that puck free and hits Trotter. Trotter throws that one off the line, and the Raiders now with a chance. Pettem Shan's going to go for a little bit of a skate.
Back to even strength.
Back to even strength. And Pettem Shan puts one off the boards, but it doesn't go by the defenseman. Comes into the neutralized zone. Yonker couldn't control it. And Yakachuk puts it back to Yonker. Cross ice. Hits Fiala. Yakachuk. Tried a cross ice pass for Nuri. That's broken up there by Williams. Raiders get it out into the neutralized zone with 9:42 to go. 2-2. Tie game here in the second period of play. Raiders gather up the loose puck. McKibben comes away with a loose puck. Santos had it in her feet, and Hassenfras is there. Santos does a good job to dispossess her, and she gets a pass up. Oh, and the pass goes into feet. Raiders get it in deep, and Wiltshire now in on the forecheck. Yonker gathers it up. Yonker with some room. She's going to skate it. Hits the line. Has a little bit of room there, and it's going to just hit a shot, and it gets deflected off into the corner where Trotter puts it up the boards.
Good
comes
stick
to the line
by
and,
Hobbs.
And Hobbs chips that one wide, and Hobbs now has all the room in the world here. Shot, a good save by the keeper. Rebound right out in front. Hobbs on it again, another save. 2 great chances by Hobbs. Matthews on it. She gets rubbed out on the boards. Hobbs on the back check. Gets that puck free, and it's kept in at the line. Sullivan gives a face shot. Clouston not liking that one. Gives Hassenfrans the business, and she comes away with a loose puck. Shot. That one's saved by the goaltender. A glove save, but it falls in behind the net. Clouston battling with Matthews. Wow. A couple of big whacks by Yonker, and Clouston's going to take a penalty.
That's unfortunate when they go back and forth.
That should have been 2-2 because there was a big flash there by Yonker. Unfortunately, the Raiders are going to go on the penalty kill again. Clouston going for 2 minutes for.
That's a terrible call by the referee. Both of them got to go.
2 minutes for head contact. So, Raiders back on the penalty kill. Shots 22-9. Great flurry there by the Clouston, Matthews, Hobbs line. Hobbs with 2 great chances. Matthews and Clouston with a couple of chances each. But a penalty 200 feet from the Raiders' end, and they're going to go on the penalty kill. LaPlante gathers up the puck at the point, gets it over to Neff. Neff back to LaPlante. LaPlante throws one through traffic. That one's just wide, and a shot. Loose puck. Great stick by Elliott. Gets that puck to the line. Not out, unfortunately. LaPlante keeps it in. Slap shot. Whistles wide by Neff. Raiders now back into their penalty kill. Nelson circling, looking for a lane. Can't find one. Hops to the line, but not out. LaPlante has it. Over to Neff. Neff whistles a high, wide shot. That one goes off his stick. I think Pettem Shan got a stick on that one and deflected that high and wide. And Nelson has it with 1:22 to go. Shot through traffic. Good save by Lawrence. Back behind the net. Straw gathers it up. She puts it back to the point for Neff. Neff with a shot. Nope. Past Straw, and that comes in. And the Raiders release the pressure and go. And the Raiders are going to have a change. Lajeunesse stops the puck for Neff. Neff gathers it up. Borbandy on her. Kaylee out there as well. And out skates Nelson. Nelson to the line. Tries to skate through. Oh, and she takes a penalty. There's a penalty there on Nelson, who behind the play decided to try and get a little tough shot, a free shot in on the captain, Borbandy, and she's going to go sit for 2 minutes and negate the last 47 seconds. Cross-checking for Nelson. Time of that, 7:06, so we're going to play 4-4 here for 47 seconds. A little bit of a non-disciplined penalty to equal up the Clouston penalty, and we'll play 4-4 until Clouston comes out of the box in 47 seconds. Borbandy won the draw, but didn't
Fire
have anyone there, and
penalty,
Bulger
number 11,
gathers up the puck.
McKinley Nelson,
Bulger
2 minutes
back behind
for
the net.
cross-checking. Time of the penalty,
Being pushed off
7.
by Borbandy,
Nelson
and
for
Borbandy doing a good
cross-checking.
job to get that puck free. Back to the line for Borbandy. Borbandy with a shot. Good save by LaPlante. Kaia Borbandy in, looking for any loose change out in front.
Well, I'm glad the ref made that call back. It just seems like just tonight, I think he might even have realized that probably should have been 2. I'm totally fine with the head contact, but it's got to be both of them when they're cracking at each other back and forth.
Yonker had the big slash on her, and that's what elicited the reaction. I think he heard the big pad thwack and looked back as Klusen was knocking her down. 4-on-4, 1-on-1 now. We got Crooks versus Santos. Threw a pass over to Evans. Evans couldn't gather that up. It was head height, and that's going to be another penalty on the Raiders. Abby Borbandy going back to the box.
I can see that one at least, so that's a penalty. I got that.
Yeah, that's a penalty all day. And the Raiders now go on a 4-on-3 4-on-3 power play for the Fire for 6 seconds. Then Klusen will come out of the box, followed by 4-on-4 for about 1 minute and 13 seconds, followed by a brief power play. Seems like last night where we got into about a 6 or 7 minute string of penalties like this.
Yeah, the Friday game was definitely different.
Okay, linesman. That
Raider
was the
penalty
worst
to number 5,
puck drop
Abby
I've ever
Borbandy,
seen.
2 minutes for chirping. Time of the penalty, 6:25. Borbandy.
Trotter
for
does a good
chirping.
job of getting it out. Klusen out of the box, gathers up the puck. She's going to drive to the net. Fires a shot, high shot, just over top of the net. Elliott throws one towards the front. Evans gathers it off. Klusen pinches, but now it's a 2-on-1 the other way.
Good kick
Save by Hallie Lawrence, and the Raiders get it back the other direction. 1-on-1 now is Klusen. Klusen with Matthews driving the net. That one just whistles wide. Fire gathered up in their own zone. Noonan with some speed. Hits the blue line. Comes through center ice. Dumps one in deep. Raiders go back to gather that puck up. Santos is going to get there first. Fire on a change. Santos chips that one into the neutralized zone. Probably a smart play as the Fire are plugging up the middle of the ice. That could be an icing. No icing there.
Tell you what, it's sure fun to watch 4-on-4 hockey with all of the open ice. Oh, another penalty coming.
Penalty coming up. Who's getting it?
Who's that one for? Looks like the Fire.
Looks like Sullivan's going. Sullivan's going for a trip. So with that, the Raiders now on a brief 4-on-3 power play.
I can't keep up to all these power plays and penalty kills. It's
Exactly.
giving us a workout up here.
That was Sullivan, number 14, it looks like. 2 minutes for tripping.
Fire penalty to number 14, Sullivan. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:16. Sullivan for tripping.
Elliott goes for a skate. Comes back to the line. Hits Trotter. Even strength again as Nelson exits the box. Right out in front. That whistles through the crease. Good job there. Oh, Hobbs got dumped by Nelson. Nelson just can opener. And no call. That should be icing.
Good job by the linesman. With so many players going in and out of the box, sometimes it gets a little confusing, but for sure it's 4-on-4 right now for another 25 seconds, Abby Borbandy, and then the Raiders will have a 1 and 10 second power play, assuming we don't have another penalty. The referee getting his workout for sure. The last two or three have all been really good calls, so
Refs missed a couple tonight, but in general, it's been a good game. No call there. That could have been a penalty. LaPlante now battling with the captain, Kaia Borbandy. Borbandy fighting hard with Neff. That puck's still on the boards. Neff finally gets the puck free for the Fire. Throws a pass up into the skates. And a good job by Williams.
Better job by Williams to win that race.
Back.
That's what we were
right below
talking
us
about
here.
earlier
Benko
in the game.
Pokes that puck free. Williams gets it over, and the Raiders are on the power play. Dumped in. Williams did a good job to take that off her chest, but that was offside as looks like Matthews is coming off the bench. Came out of the gate and was just offside.
I was thinking the referee blew it down as a hand pass, and it was more like a chest bump or a shoulder pass.
I was going to say she was using her soccer skills there and took it down off the chest.
I wasn't looking at that door. Unfortunately, like most arenas, the one door is inside of the zone.
Shaw gets the draw, and she enters the zone 1-on-3. Elliott gathers up the loose puck. She's got a little bit of room. Bothered there, lost an edge. Shaw puts it back down in deep. Clouston pinches her off, but the puck's still in the corner. Puck comes free. Put back, and Clouston's going to gather up the loose puck. Clouston exits the zone. Has some speed through the neutral zone, and she's going to chip it down in. She's going to go by Fiala and back in behind the net. Yonker comes to the line and sent all the way down the ice. Goaltender's going to leave that one there for Williams. Williams with 3:30 to go. Tried to reverse the puck. Does so.
That was a tricky little pass there. Kaia did to herself, the old fake-a-rooney.
Yeah, but Straw takes
not on
the
purpose, most likely either.
Yeah, Straw takes the errant pass, though. And
back to
Sullivan
5-on-5.
returns. And that's going to do it. That should be a high stick, and that will be. Yep. So we'll have a face-off coming up.
So finally, the penalty box is clear out, and we're back to 5-on-5 for the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. The Raiders now with a commanding 24-12 shots on goal against the Fire, but the top score is still 2-2.
Raiders have had most of the play in this period, but just haven't been able to cash in anything on the rebounds that have been out there. A couple of really good chances by Hobbs a couple of shifts ago, just before all the penalty trouble. Straw got that at the line, and now sent down the ice by Wiltshire, no icing. Bolger gathers it up behind the net, being bothered there by a Raider player, and back in comes Straw. Straw with a nice move. Tried to hit Gazer on a 2-on-1 with a little bit of a sauce pass, couldn't get it, and the Raiders get it out into the neutralized zone where Bolger gathers it up, and she goes over to LaPlante. LaPlante chips it up off the boards. Santos does a good job trying to hit McKibben, and Santos again with a good stick. Croson dumps it in deep. Can't get it by the defenseman, though, and Gazer now has a little bit of a 2-on-1 brewing up with Straw. Straw with a shot. That whistles high. Scurfield gathers the puck up, and the captain, Borbandy, has
great
Benko.
feed to
Benko now with a breakaway.
Scores! There she does it,
yes,
Benko!
finally!
Since Christmas time, finally gets the weight off her chest. We've been waiting for it forever, and I'll tell you what, if Benko can get going again, this team's going to be deadly. So Sydney Benko with a great pass from Kaia Borbandy.
Benko with a beautiful move and puts it away on the breakaway. A great look by the captain, Borbandy. And the Raiders take a 3-2 lead.
Raiders' third goal, scored by number 9, Sydney Benko. Assist to number 17, Kaia Borbandy.
Benko back
and
on the
4, Krista Scurfield. Benko from
Scurfield and Borbandy with the assist, but Benko with the goal, and right back at it is this big line. Benko throws a puck towards net. Scurfield looking for any loose change out in front.
Well, I can't even think about how important that one is for Sydney Benko. She was the leading scorer of the league for quite a while and just hasn't been able to, just the unlucky bounces, and finally for her to find the back of the net, it's going to be a big one for her to get back into her normal game. She's a lethal goal scorer.
Raiders win the draw, get it back behind the net, comes the line. Borbandy shoots one, can't get it by Neff. Neff lost it there to Hobbs. Hobbs, though, lost it right back to the back check of McEwen. Comes off the board. Shaw tried to get it by. Matthews keeps it in, and it goes into LaPlante. LaPlante gathers it up, and she's going to skate it up and out. Some numbers going forward. Shaw, Lawrence, off her glove, but she's going to hang on to that rebound with 1:18 to go. The Raiders with a 3-2 lead off that Sydney Benko goal.
Wow.
A beautiful move on the breakaway.
The move was great, but the one that impresses me the most is the feed from Borbandy up to Benko right on the tape. That was a great play for the captain to realize that, and a great job of Sydney Benko to be streaking. Both MRU commits next year.
Raiders win the draw. Trotter rims it around, comes back to the line. Yonker couldn't keep it in, and Ingram on the forecheck. Yakachuk has it at center. Comes back to the line, and the Raiders gather it up. Get it back out into center ice. Fiala gathers up the puck. Fiala goes D to D for Yonker. Yonker. Someone's screeching like a pterodactyl here. I think it must be Yakachuk that's screaming. Raiders gather it up. Shot from Trotter. That one got partially blocked. And it looks like Petam Shan's in there. Oh, Petam Shan just took a heavy hit right to the head by Yonker. No call by the referee.
And then
that one has to be called. Her head snapped back on that one. And there's a hold of a stick there, too, by Sullivan on Kaylee. Kaylee couldn't get her stick free.
Well, the referee's going to let him play, which is good.
That
nice
one's
job.
right out in front. Wiltshire with a shot. Oh,
wow.
Goaltender with a big
tip
save.
on her stick.
That one just hit the shaft of her stick. Good save by La Jeunesse. Great chance by Wiltshire. She read that play beautifully. And again, the Raiders disrupting things right out in front of the net. Klusen throws one towards. There's a penalty. No penalty there. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. We didn't get anything, and that's going to do it for the end of the period. Unfortunate the Raiders didn't get any call there, but we did get a goal late in the period to take a 3-2 lead here into the third period of play. Great save by the Flames goaltender here right at the end of the period to keep it a close game. With that, we're going to take a break. It was so important for Benko to get off the schneid and get that goal.
I couldn't quite see her dad in the corner, but I'm pretty sure he's excited too. It's one of those things they've really been just snake bitten on really since before Christmas. So it's nice to see Sidney Benko finally find the back of the net. Really is nice to see that line get a little success. They get put in some tough situations, and the last game or so have been a little bit struggling, but back on the horse now, and I think they're going to be down the stretch for the Raiders. They're going to be great.
Well, that will sign off. We'll come back for the third period of play.
Well, welcome back to the third period. We're just waiting for the Calgary Fire to come back on the ice, but a big pushback from the Raiders. The shots have been there all night, out shooting the Fire 28-13. But, Lajeunesse has played well, and we just haven't seemed to get the bounce. And then finally, as mentioned at the end of the second period, they're waiting for Sydney Benko. We've been waiting for a couple of weeks for her to score. In fact, probably since before Christmas. She's been a big part of every game, there's no question, but just has been totally snake-bitten on putting the puck in the back of the net. And now that Sydney's going again,
she's hit about 5 posts or crossbars in the last 3 weeks.
It's definitely not like she's not showing up. There's no question that. Don't read me wrong. It's just hasn't found the back of the net. And you know what? Good players go through that at times and goes in the net sometimes when you're not even trying, and then other times that, like I say, it takes 2 months of hard work to find the back of the net. But it couldn't be a better time for her doing it, kind of coming down the stretch to the playoffs and provincials and maybe even hopefully further. So just a little update from the league. The Lloyd Steelers beat the Red Deer Chiefs 3-2. So Lloyd lost to Red Deer the day prior 4-0. So a good comeback on the Chiefs or on the Steelers. And I believe we're the only other game in the AFHL today besides that Red Deer Steelers game. So we have 2 games left next weekend. We face the Fire again in a rematch, and then we play the Red Deer Chiefs.
That's our mental health game against the Fire next Saturday night at the Payson Arena. With that, we'll get ready to go here. Clouston and Noonan drawing it off. LaPlante gathers it up off the draw. Raiders battling hard at center ice, trying to get the puck free. Sullivan dumped Santos, and the puck skates free, and Hobbs gathers it up.
Into the box.
She fires it right into the Fire bench.
Maybe it was something they said.
One of the assistant coaches had to duck and get out of the way. With that, Clouston and Noonan, 22 again. Clouston this time gets the draw, chipped up by Santos. Couldn't get it by center ice, and finally Hobbs gathers it up and brings it into the zone. She goes by, has some room right out in front, right in there, and they score!
How did she miss
How did it
that?
not go
That was
in?
a wide open net.
Wow,
Great save by Lajeunesse.
2-on-1 coming back the other direction now. Hassenfrantz lost the handle on the puck, and the Raiders gather it up in the corner. Santos chips it to the line, not out. Fiala gathers it up. She throws one towards the net. That one whistles way wide. Matthews gathers it up. I don't know how the Raiders did not put that into the open net.
I got to look on the replay on that one. There must have been something sitting there, either that or Clouston whiffed on it. But yeah, from here we were just about ready to
going to go up and out of play.
Another puck up off of the.
Puck's going to come probably out into the neutralized zone here.
But another smart play. Hobbs going up the wall. Just makes a nice little play up the wall. Goes down on the left side of Lajeunesse and just puts one into the front of the net. And Clouston just missed that one. So we're hoping that our Wi-Fi issues are a little bit better in this period. Petamshan wins it back to Borbandy. Borbandy over to Williams.
Williams in a hard battle there with Straw. She wins it. Gets it in deep. Fiala gathers it up on the half boards. Kaylee there pokes that puck free, and now Yonker gets it up to the line, and it's out into center ice. Ingram gathers up the loose puck. She chips it in. Couldn't get it by the defenseman, though. Yonker keeps it there. Ingram battling hard. Takes a big shot from Yonker. Yonker throwing her weight around. Ingram not liking that. I don't think I'd want to be bothering Raquel Ingram there, that's for sure. Ref's got to get a handle on that, and maybe one of the linesmen needs to come over and say, hey, number 3's throwing punches at people as they're going in.
Raquel Ingram, a second-year Raider, one of our bigger bodies, has really come on since Christmas time, contributing in multiple places, but the most noticeably is the PK.
Benko to take this draw. Scramble draw. The Raiders having it back into the corner. Skurfield loses an edge, though, and Elliott's going to go pinch down. She can't keep it in. Yakachuk now with some speed. She's got one-on-one. Shot. That one's off the side of the net. Skurfield gathers up the puck, puts it back in behind the net. Trotter smartly throws it up the boards. Benko can't get it by the pinching Bulger. Comes back to the line again. Elliott tries again right there with Benko. Benko trying to poke that puck free, can't do so, and the Fire get it back down, and Trotter has it. Trotter puts a pass up. Skurfield tried to hit Borbandy, but that was well in front of her, and Sullivan gathers up the puck for the Fire. Comes back to Kitchen. Kitchen with the long stick, puts it back in the corner and takes a little bump from the captain, Borbandy. Trotter with the puck, gets Skurfield. Skurfield smartly just chips it out into center ice. 17:35 to go here. Neff with the puck for the Fire. She's going to enter the zone 1-on-4, looking for maybe a lane to the net. Throws one right out in front. Big rebound. Goes back in behind the net. Skurfield has it. She throws a pass up and hits Clouston. Clouston chips one down, and that could be icing, and it is. I thought that actually went right off of LaPlante's stick, but apparently not. And we'll have a face-off coming up deep in the Raiders' zone. 17:16 to go, 3-2 in favor of the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders start out a little bit on the good side, working hard, getting some bodies, and then the Fire are pushing back a little bit here, so which makes for a great finish to the game.
Croson wins that draw.
Both teams tonight. That's two that almost won in the box off the Raiders, and then the Fire actually put one into the box. So coaches on the Fire team better be paying attention to play.
Again, apologies for the internet. Internet's been up and down here in the rink, so LaPlante gathers up some speed, skates out to center. Still coming in. Oh, that's going to be offside. Wow, missed the offside on that one, as Nelson was in ahead of LaPlante. Ooh, pass right out in front.
Oh, great
stick there. McKibben knocked that one out of midair, and she did the smart thing, got to center and got it in. Wilcher now in on the forecheck. Wilcher battling hard, takes a hit from Shaw, and that one gets thrown out into the neutralized zone, and back goes Elliott to gather the puck up for the Raiders. Elliott with her head up, going to hit Clouston. Clouston gathers that puck up and enters the zone. She has shot right on. Looking for a rebound right there was Matthews, looking for the hat trick.
Well, the Raiders work on that one a lot to practice. If you're pushed down the wall wide, go for those low shots off the pads, but Lajeunesse got a glove on that one. So hard snapper from Clouston with Matthews sitting there, but just didn't amount to anything.
Clouston scrambles a draw. Raiders win it. Williams tried to get it towards the net.
Oh.
Just hopped over some sticks. Good job by Hobbs to gather that puck up. Tried to get it in deep. Couldn't. Williams is going to keep it in. That one shot deflected off the defender. Fiala reached in trying to get it. Couldn't do so. And the Fire gather up the loose puck. Sullivan has it. Tries to hit. Good job by Matthews. That's a penalty? That's not a penalty. Matthews had no choice. Yeah. Hassenfratz skates into Williams, and
so the Raiders,
unfortunately Matthews is going to go to the penalty for 2 minutes for
interference, I'm guessing.
Body check.
Okay.
So 15:51 to go here in the third period. The Raiders have to kill off yet another penalty. Pettem Shand out there alongside Ingram. Trotter and Santos. So they got to kick Noonan out here. Kitchen will come in to take the draw versus Pettem Shand. Fire win the draw, come back to the line. Yonker throws one wide. Trotter back behind the net. No, not another penalty. Oh, you're kidding. So the Raiders are going to go in an extended 5-on-3 kill here, and Yonker with the shot through traffic, whistles wide, and finally Raiders touch up that puck. Coach Borbandy not happy with that call. I'm not terribly pleased with it either. That's two bodies battling. Tripping is the call. So, Coach Borbandy not happy with the call, but it is what it is. For the 28th time this year, the Raiders now killing off a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 36 seconds. Comes back to line. Peyton Evans with the shot deflected into the corner. Good job by Abby Borbandy to get a stick on that and get into the corner. Fire set it up. Shot. Oh, that one hit someone in front. That hurt. Shaw got hurt there, and Clouston now is going to go in on. And she skates back and grabs that puck. She's going to go in for a skate. That's a hook right there. No call. Sorry. My videotaping skills might be terrible.
A little bit exciting there for a second.
Noonan puts the puck in. Now Evans can't get it. And the captain, Borbandy, gets it down the ice. 50 seconds to go in the first penalty. 1 minute 13 in the second.
Raiders doing a great job on the 5-on-3.
Yakachuk comes in. She fires a shot.
Oh, and
gets snowed by the goalie.
We're close to it anyway. Well, that started the 5-on-3, like we get two back-to-back, and, it's been a strength of the Raiders all year. They've got 2 or 3 key players that they go to for those 5-on-3s, and, man, it's a 5-on-3, and we almost had a scoring opportunity there.
Kaia Borbandy in to take the draw. She loses it, but Santos gathers the puck up and gets it out of the zone. 35 seconds to go in the penalty to Matthews. Out comes Clouston again. So Clouston and Borbandy look to be the top of the triangle. That's offside. Wow. Shot comes through. No rebound. Crooks skating in. Elliott having enough of that. And the Raiders switch up their D. 22 seconds left in the first penalty, 46 in the second, 14-13 here to go in the third period of play. Gazer out alongside Crooks and Yakachuk. Neff and LaPlante at the points. Clouston scrambles the draw, and the Raiders get it off onto the half boards. LaPlante gathers up the puck, hits Neff. Neff has Travick in front.
Good.
Pass comes through, shot, whistled way wide by LaPlante, and goes into the corner where Neff picks it up on the half board. She comes back to the point. Shot through traffic, deflected by the defenseman, and that's going to do it. First penalty's over for the 27th straight time. The Raiders kill off yet another, actually 28. Sorry, we had a brief 5-on-3 today. So that's 28 straight 5-on-3 kills for the Raiders this year. Raiders get it the line, not out. LaPlante keeps that puck free. Looking for a lane, can't find one. Oh, cross check in front on Williams. Shot,
good
blocked
job
there
by
Matthews. Matthews battling hard on the board. Neff gets her face up, and that's going to do it. 5-on-5, and
great job
good
by
job
Lawrence,
by Lawrence to settle it down
up
and let the Raiders get organized.
We needed some bodies off the ice. We had a couple of girls killing some long penalties, so great job by the 5-on-3 players to kill that one off, because that's a pivotal one. 3-2 lead with the Raiders.
Fire win the draw. Fiala gets it back from the point. Scooped up by Lawrence. No rebound.
Lawrence seems to be finding her game back with a couple of weeks off. We were talking about it in the intermission. Sometimes, practices are one thing, but game situations are a whole nother, and she looks back to normal now, recovering all her rebounds.
Scramble draw. The Raiders come away with it. Benko wins that draw, and Santos gathers it up. She hits the captain, Borbandy, and Benko now with some speed. Has Scurfield streaking. Now we got a 3-on-1 right out in front. Still out in front. Raiders just couldn't capitalize. Now Nelson has a lane. Santos, speedy, matches the speed and comes back. Look at that back check by Scurfield to tap that free, and the goaltender holds on for the whistle.
Great job by,
Santos, and then Scurfield on the back check.
Coming back on Nelson.
Big chant here from the Pee-wee girls cheering on the Okotoks Raiders.
It's nice to see.
Abby Borbandy with the puck behind the net. She's looking for a lane, can't find one, reverses it. Has Trotter. Trotter goes up off the boards. Left there, and McKibben now hard on it with Fiala. McKibben, got lucky there. That might have been a penalty.
Well, wasn't really
had a foot.
Two girls paddling,
but she had a hand right in the back, and now it looks like the Raiders are going to go on a power play.
Fire going to the box.
Kylie Hassenfrass, she's going to get 2 minutes for head contact. So the Raiders, it's their turn for a power play attempt. And back comes out the Clouston Matthews line. Hobbs out there as well. Hobbs gathers up the puck, gets it back to the line. Elliott goes D to D, comes right back to Matthews. Matthews rips a shot. Hobbs just couldn't cash in the rebound right out front. Off the post. Raiders all over the place, and they can't put it in. Wow, the Raiders with all kinds of pressure. Hobbs steals that puck away, comes right back down, throws a backhand behind the net.
All over the place, right? The Raiders all over the place right now.
D to D hits Williams. Williams couldn't get that back in deep. Elliott puts that back up. Hits Hobbs. Hobbs chips that one into the zone. Clouston right out in front, just had her stick tied up. A good stick by Neff. No stick for one of the defenders there for the Fire. Santos with some time. She fires a shot, a big rebound again. Raiders on the puck. Santos down in deep, kept in at the line by Trotter. Trotter now going to go for a little bit of a skate. She dumps it in deep, comes to the line, and there's right out of the box is Gazer on a breakaway. Sarah Gazer in, makes a move.
Great save by Hallie Lawrence.
Equal to the task, and the Raiders come back the other direction. 3-2. 3-on-2 the other direction. McKibben has it tied up in her skates, and she's going to bring it into the corner. Pushes it back behind the net for Wilcher. Wilcher tries to stuff it, and finally Sylvie Lajunas covers that puck up on the far post.
LaPlante and Crowson having some words. LaPlante a little bit bigger than Crowson, but there's no back down on that kid. From top to bottom, the Raiders program was built on tough, gritty kids. That's the way Coach Borbandy likes to coach, and any team that plays in our barn or we play against them knows that.
Borbandy with a shot through traffic. That deflects up in the air.
I thought that was going to go up over Lajeunesse into the net.
Yeah. Raiders have the puck, get it back on the point, right back to Ingram. Ingram finds a lane, blocked in front and sent down the ice. 20 seconds to go in this power play. Raiders with all kinds of pressure, but a shorthanded breakaway by Gazer, stymied by Lawrence. Yakachuk gets that puck free, and it comes into the neutralized zone. Pedam Shand almost taken down there by Fiala, and a shot taken right off the mask.
The head.
Whistled right through the point. Williams going to gather it up, and that's now even strength. So the penalty goes all for naught, but the Raiders with all kinds of pressure. 5 shots on that power play.
Again, we got to win those races. That's what I was talking about earlier. Even though you never know when they're going to call that off, especially if you're not skating, the linesman will call those off.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be a small adjustment. I look at Coach Borbandy talking about that right now. Just a little communication would have solved that as a forward was going back and a defenseman. So a little talking on the ice, and whoever's going to get that puck first.
Benko whistles it just wide on that set play off the face-off. Comes back to the line. Elliott throws one through traffic, blocker decided by the goaltender. She saw that the whole way. Borbandy lost the handle on it. It comes out in the neutralized zone here. Trotter chips it up, and Benko back in. Benko now makes a move, tries to throw a backhand. Still sitting there for Benko. Benko couldn't find it, and that was a cross check on Benko. She took an absolute hammering there in the slot. Peyton Evans is going to go for at least 2 minutes on that one. Yeah, it's 2 minutes for cross-checking for sure. So, Raiders go right back onto the power play. Matthews, Clouston, and Hobbs come out. Hobbs settling up right at the dot. She's going to have a shot right off the bat. Whistles it just up over top of the net. Santos puts it back down in the corner for Matthews. Matthews battling hard there. Raiders in on the forecheck. Hobbs, Matthews gets it free back to Santos. Santos waiting for some traffic in front. Nobody there. Comes back behind the net. Raiders poke that puck free. Clouston battling hard alongside Matthews. Clouston gets the puck free, and Matthews skates away with it. Matthews, shot right out in front. Clouston tried to get one, and now back come the Fire. One-on-one, Shaw versus Santos. Shaw whistles a high wrister, and that goes all the way out into the neutral ice, and that's going to be offside. Wow, should have been offside. Raiders, though, get the puck away, and McKibben now off the bench, goes in against LaPlante, comes right towards the goaltender, and she's going to hang on. McKibben skating in, looking for anything loose.
Well, again, a great start by the Raiders power play. All kinds of confusion in front of the net. Lajeunesse just working her tail off. She's now at 38 shots.
2 shots already on this power play, and still 1:10 to go. Crowson in to take the draw. She wins that one cleanly and gets it back to McKibben. McKibben back to the point. Elliott with a shot. A little bit of a half slapper. Sullivan looking for the puck, can't find it. Williams puts that to Elliott. Elliott circles the net, makes a nice move, and gets by her forechecker and skates to center ice, and Noonan with a great back check gets that puck free. Noonan skates into the zone 1-on-3, and she's going to go for a little bit of a skate.
Smart
puts
play
it back
by
to
Noonan.
Fiala. Fiala with 39 seconds to go dumps it and hits Sullivan. Sullivan again holds on to the puck, puts it up on the half boards, and Gazer there to cause trouble on Wiltshire. Gazer now trying to circle and waste a few more precious seconds on the power play, and she makes a nice move. Now 1-on-2. Comes in, leaves it there for Nuri. Nuri with a good shot. That goes wide. And the Raiders, a little bit confused here on the power play. Finally, they get the puck up. Santos dumps it in deep, and Skirfield's going to go in on the forecheck. 5 seconds to go here. Raiders not able to score on the penalty. Couldn't take advantage of that power play opportunity, but had opportunities at the front end of that power play. Trotter grabs that, puts it up, and had Benko streaking. Benko tips that puck free off LaPlante, and in comes the Raiders. The captain, Borbandy, has it. She leaves it there for her sister, Abby. Abby skating towards the net, rifles a shot just wide. Straw has the puck on the far end, throws it back in. Benko comes in on the forecheck alongside on the wrong side of center when she flipped it. So 6:50 to go, 3-2 lead for the Raiders and a face-off in their own zone.
Well, the Raiders getting some good momentum going here, and they're back out with one of the lines that's, well, really all four have been doing some damage, but this one in particular with the Borbandy line has definitely caused some confusion tonight in front of the net. We'll see if we can get out of the defensive end, back into the offensive end, and maybe get a goal here. I would imagine that
I'm not sure how they allowed that late change.
Well, he should be kicked out.
And they didn't even kick her out.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They allowed the late change, then didn't kick him out. Oh, well. Fire have the puck behind the net. Elliott pushed her check off, gets it up onto the half boards, kept in it by a pinching Neff, kept in at the line, and the Raiders, Kitchen puts it back in behind the net, comes right down the pipe for Fiala. Fiala throws a shot through. That's way wide. Klusen dumped out in front. No call on Crooks. Crooks got a stick in on her. Deflected back behind the net by the goaltender, and Kitchen and Elliott are battling hard. Raiders come away with the puck, get it out into the neutral ice zone, where Fiala's going to regroup. She gives the puck right back to Elliott. Elliott's going to circle as the Fire were offside. That comes in, and that's going to be too many men on the Raiders. That was a dumb change right there.
That's a really bad call, to be honest. The puck goes straight into changing players. I mean, it is, referees are going to have a talk about it. Coach Borbandy not happy about it. Nobody touched it. It kind of hit him in the back of the butt as they're going in the door.
And I don't even know if the player had come out yet.
I don't think so. I think there's two girls at the door. Yeah, no penalty. Good.
Well, we only have 4 out there.
Yeah, no penalty. They didn't
no
put
penalty.
it in the
Good.
box.
They waved that one off.
But they are going to take it back into our end, which I'll take.
Raiders scramble that draw, comes back to Bulger at the line. She throws one, hits McKibben up high. McKibben on the half boards battling with McEwen. Comes back to the line for Bulger. Bulger throws it back in deep. Good job by Croson to get a stick on that. She chips it up, and she has McKibben. McKibben hits a streaking Wiltshire, but it goes off her stick, and Evans now has it for the Fire. A little bit of a soft pass, and the Raiders are on it. Raiders get that puck free into the corner. Evans gathers it up, or Bulger gathers it up, but she's being battled against by McKibben. Yakachuk throws one. That one's going to hit rifled all the way over top of the net. Raiders doing a good job of keeping this in. Santos throws it back in behind the net, and now Ingram and Pettem Shandon on the forecheck. Ingram gets it back behind the net. Peyton Evans gets it to the point, but not out. Raiders throw it back in deep. Comes right out in front. Pettem Shand unable to get a stick on it. At the point, Elliott tries to keep it in. Does so, and Pettem Shand has it. Pettem Shand dancing the line. Throws one towards the front of the net. Unable to find anybody out front for the deflection, and the Fire gather up the loose puck. But a good forecheck there by Ingram.
Great chip by the Pettem Shand line.
Tipped out into the neutralized zone, and Elliott's going to go gather that one up. Captain Borbandy with the puck. She's ridden off on the boards. Scurfield in there as well. Scurfield pokes that puck free, but the Fire skate away with it, and Noonan gets it up to Hassan-Franz. Santos dumps that down the ice. That's going to be icing on the Raiders. 4:23 to go here in the third period. Shots 38-23 in favor of the Raiders.
Well, the Fire is starting to push back a little bit, and you got to think that the Fire coaches are going to be starting to looking for that goalie pull here, probably in around the 2-minute mark, maybe just under, and definitely put some more pressure with the extra attacker.
Raiders win that draw. Santos hooked from behind. Sullivan had to be careful there. That was a penalty in the first period, that's for sure. Trotter and Borbandy in there trying to get that puck free. We're happy to keep it on the boards, I'm sure. Puck's loose. Raiders skate away with it. They got 3-on-2. They got some numbers going the other way. Santos chips it up.
Oh,
and there's a penalty right there. How is that not one? That's the exact same thing Elliott did just a few minutes ago that got a penalty. Benko, though, with a pass, Makes a nice move.
Oh,
She's
big
decked
hit
there,
there.
and that's going to be a penalty all day, every day. Borbandy not happy with that.
Got a full-on melee here. We got a Donnybrook for the girls. Would be send this to the Spin Chicklets podcast, but definitely no question. LaPlante just hammers down.
Absolutely nailed. She
Hammers
did
down,
not
and
like
you know
the
what?
little move by
Skerfield,
Benko
Clouston
and just killed her.
couldn't have a better group of Raiders out there to take care of that business there.
Oh, there's another one.
And then
LaPlante's going to get
LaPlante
kicked
back
out
at
here.
it.
The ref missed that one. He was writing stuff down, and he missed that.
Well, some exciting times.
Hopefully he's going to ask
Definitely,
his linesman about that last punch, because that last punch was a good one on Williams.
I got to get out my book, too. The referee's got his book out. I got to get my book out here to try to get all this down for the announcing.
So we'll see what's going on here. Captain Kaia Borbandy alongside the assistant captain here, Noonan, awaiting what the penalty calls are. There might be a number of them. We do know the initial call went to LaPlante. She's going to get at least 4 for head contact on that one. Benko made a nice move, was going to have a shot, and LaPlante just came through and absolutely gave her a headshot. Linesman in talking about that, maybe that last punch by LaPlante on Williams. We'll see what comes of this with 3:44 to go. The only penalty up right now is 2 minutes for LaPlante. So
Skerfield's in the box as well.
I'm sure Abby Borbandy's in there for sure. She was the first Raider in.
I don't see any other Raider in the box right now. It's just Krista Skerfield and LaPlante, but there's got to be another one probably coming in.
I see
for
Skerfield
LaPlante.
in the box alongside Borbandy.
Oh, is Borbandy in
And
there? as
the
well?
gates open here for the Fire, so they're getting at least another one as well. The Raiders look like they're going to end up with a 2-minute power play out of all of this. And looks like McEwen's going to go serve it extra.
There's going to be no way that I'm even going to be able to, from up top here, we don't have the phone up to the announcer booth, so unfortunately I think we'll just have to guess what everybody got. We'll figure it out. I'm definitely LaPlante with the 4 minutes. I'm assuming Krista Skerfield's going to have probably LaPlante for 4-minute head contact, if I'm guessing. Skerfield for probably roughing along outside with Borbandy. And
so it's going to be a 4-minute power play, it looks like, and then offsetting for everybody else.
Offsetting by the looks of it.
So Skerfield and Abby Borbandy are in the box for the Raiders. LaPlante and looks like McEwen in the box for the LaPlante's lucky she didn't get kicked out for that last shot she pushed on. Why is this coming outside the zone? Was it because we came in and all?
Yeah, it should be inside the zone.
It should be inside the zone, but apparently they pulled it outside the zone. With that, the Raiders, with 3:44 to go, will have a 4-minute power play. Clouston wins the draw. Yonker's just itching for a fight tonight. She's all over the place, and she was trying to.
It's gotten knocked down several times.
Matthews.
Well,
Matthews having none of it.
She's gotten knocked down a few times.
Hard on the forecheck, pokes it off, and comes right back to the line. Yonker with a shot, can't find it in her skates, and outskates Matthews. Matthews now 1-on-1. She has Fiala back behind her. She's going to throw one out in front. Couldn't find Trotter. Trotter in the corner. Puck's in some skates. Raiders gather up the puck. Get it back to the line for Elliott. Elliott. Pass over to Clouston. Clouston throws it across ice. Just missed Matthews. Matthews gathers it up on the half boards, and the Raiders reset. Right back to Matthews. Comes over to Elliott. Elliott. Shot. Just whistled wide on the short side.
Tighten up.
Fire going to gather up the loose puck.
Good job.
A good back check
Job
there.
by Matthews.
And a good sauce pass by Hobbs over to Elliott.
And
And
a
a score!
Clouston
with the
with a
deflection
beauty
goal.
feed from Elliott. Oh, wow.
What a goal by Clouston. A nice feed by Elliott. And the Raiders take a 4-2 lead with 2:45 to go. A
That
power
might be
play
my
goal.
favorite pass of the year. Jocelyn Elliott absolutely feeds Clouston in front of the net, and that line has been dangerous all night long. I think Hobbs might have got the assist on that one as well.
With that, with 3:01 to go in the 4-minute, we're going to have 2 more minutes of power play time. Raiders with a 4-2 lead here with 2:45 to go. Clouston out to take the draw. She's knocked down. Gazer just pummeled her into the ice off the face-off draw. Pops right back up. Lawrence leaves it there for the defense. Santos drops it back for Borbandy. Borbandy must not have got a penalty. It was only Skirfield. Raiders still on the power play. Shot. Whistles wide. Borbandy gathers it up at the point. Puts a pass down the half boards for Croson. Croson. Wiltshire with a hard wrist or hard backhander, and McKibben comes away with a loose puck behind the net. Back to the line for Santos. Santos goes back down to McKibben. McKibben with a shot. Big rebound right out in front. Croson couldn't gather that one up. Back to the line for Santos. Santos kept it in at the line. Borbandy. McKibben has the puck on the half boards. Ingram back out there. Ingram looking for the rebound. Lajeunesse covers that puck up with 1:47 to go. 42 shots on goal for the Raiders now. 23 for the Fire. And a 4-2 lead for the Raiders.
Well, you know, I just can't. I'm just still blown away by the feed from Elliott. That was
a heads-up pass, found the
straight
lane.
hard on the ice. I mean, that's
you know what I like though? Clouston had her stick on the ice the whole time and was calling for it and got the pass right on the tape and touched it right in the net.
She should have got one. She's had 2 open nets. She's whiffed on tonight. So
no
that
ice
line
here.
has
It's
been deadly all night
still
long.
a power play. Elliott did a good job to get that puck free and out-muscle her check, and the Raiders skated up. Nice outlet pass to Kaylee right on the tape. Puts it into the zone for Pedham Shand. Back in behind the net. Fiala gathers it up for the Fire. Turns against some pressure. Gets it into the corner, and she's going to have some room to try and get it out. But a great job by Pedham Shand. Ingram's out in front. Nice sauce pass. Ingram tried to backhand. Just couldn't get it on her tape. 28 seconds to go on the penalty. And Pedham Shand stripped the puck away from Nelson. She comes in 1-on-2. That one's deflected up and out of play by the goaltender off her mask again.
Well,
17 seconds to go. The offsetting penalties are over for Skirfield and McEwen. And the Raiders have 17 more seconds here of power play time. Benko out alongside Matthews. Benko to take the draw. Fire trying to play too many men here. They had 5 players out. Penalty's not over yet.
Some confusion going on here. The referee now coming over to talk to the linesman. Not exactly sure what they're talking about here.
Oh, they might call that too many men.
Yeah, you could technically, yeah.
Because everybody was set and ready.
Well, I don't think it's the time of the game to do that, but
they should kick out Yakachuk out of the faceoff though.
One linesman is talking to the coaches. The other one wants to drop here. They got to get on the same page. So I think what they're wanting is this is going to be a too many men.
So McEwen's going back in the box. I'm not quite sure why.
I don't think it was a penalty. I think she just came out too early.
She came out too early.
Yeah.
Raiders win the draw. Borbandy has it. Back to the point for Trotter. Trotter. Santos on her horse. Gets control of that and dumps it deep. That's going to be icing on the Raiders. 8 seconds to go in the penalty to LaPlante, and then she'll be back on the ice.
Well, the Raiders having a strong third period, and you know what? Shots on goal now 43-23 for the Raiders. Lajeunesse had a great night in net, but you know after a while it just getting
the
peppered
sheer
all the
volume
time.
is.
Especially when they're cross ice and quick passes down. So we got 50 seconds left here in the game.
Yonker.
Great block by Matthews.
Matthews chips it up. LaPlante or McEwen out of the box. gets stripped, and the Raiders on the forecheck with 37 seconds to go. Let's just keep it down on this end, and we'll keep it here. And again, Benko now on the puck. She has Matthews out in front. She still has the puck.
Loose.
It's
Loose.
in feet. And finally, the Fire get it out and get it up to McEwen. McEwen skates to center. Hits the line. Yakachuk with a shot. Thrown back behind the net by the keeper. And the Raiders, 10 seconds to go here, and we'll take 3 points out of this game. Comes back to the line. One last shot for the Fire. Scores! Peyton Evans with a blast from the point. Eludes the keeper. And it's 4-3 with 4.4 seconds. And again, our YouTube went down, so our apologies again for the Wi-Fi in the rink. Clusen out to take the draw. If she's smart, she's going to hammer this as far as she can. Borbandy gets the draw, throws it back in, and that's going to do it. The Raiders take a 4-3 victory. Holly Lawrence with the victory in net, and the Raiders get 3 points. 5-point weekend for the Raiders, taking 2 off the St. Albert Slash on Friday night in a late game, and then they get the 3-point victory today here.
Again, as a reminder, come down to the arena on February 29th, 6:30 at the Pacing Centennial for a rematch of the Raiders and the Fire for mental health. So just like that, a 4-3 game for the Raiders. The Calgary Fire getting a late one with 5 seconds left, and the Raiders taking 3 points out. Still trying to hold on to that second place, or hold on to the third place rather, fighting against the Edmonton Pandas in the AFHL. It will affect the matchups. The second place team will most likely, will actually face Red Deer. The third place team will face Lloydminster. So. And it's always obviously good to be on a high going into playoffs. So the Raiders doing a fantastic job finishing off the Calgary Fire. Last game we played in the Calgary Fire arena at the Father David McBauer and lost 2-1. Raiders come back in this one with a 4-3 victory with an impressive 43 shots to 24 shots on goal against the Fire. Hats off to Sophie Lajeunesse for a great game, and Hallie Lawrence saving the Gazer breakaway late in the, or early in the third period was really the TSN turning point. So recap, so Jordan Matthews with 2 goals. We have Sydney Benko with a goal, Callie Clouston with a goal. And with that, I will sign off for the night, and we will see you next week, I guess, at the Payson Centennial Arena for the rematch of the Calgary Fire and the hometown Rocky Raiders.